Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, a daily podcast devoted to spirituality and self-help. If you're new, I want to welcome you. If you're returning, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you again about this energetic shift that's happening. Right now, there are so many opportunities for us to raise our vibration and to really shift our lives in a positive way, to see all of the things that we're hoping to manifest really come to fruition. So I wanted to talk to you today not only about this energy that's happening, it's the energy of the solstice, but also how we can harness this energy to create really positive shifts in our lives. And I know if you guys are like me, you are wanting to see some positive changes, because I feel like 2020 has just really kicked my butt this year with all of this stuff happening. But I also know it's all happening for a reason. It's happening so that we can shift out of old ways of thinking and old ideas that are no longer serving us. It's helping us to really shift into the best parts of our lives. It really is. And I've talked about this if you've watched my lives. I have felt a huge surge for me in intuitive powers. And when I do my readings, I think it's been really evident when people come on. It's like the messages are spot on, and I've been getting really, really detailed messages for people to relate to them, because I felt like my abilities have definitely been heightened. And I talked about last week working with Archangel Metatron and how you can use Metatron's Merkaba to cleanse your body and also to help you heighten your intuitive powers. And so I've been doing that, and I've been definitely feeling a huge shift in that area of my life. And I'm going to talk to you today about how you can, first of all, what these energies are, and then how you can actually raise your energy vibration so that you can start using these energies to manifest all of the positive things in your life that you want. And I know there are many of you out there going through huge shifts in your life, because I've worked with so many clients lately who are telling me, oh my gosh, I have so much going on. And let me tell you something, I totally get it. I feel ya, I'm right there with you. I have had huge changes in my life this year, and it hasn't been easy. And some of it, in fact, has been downright painful. But I know that it's all happening for a reason, and positive things are coming. So if you can ride the wave and hold on to the tough energy that's happening right now, you can really take advantage, and you can totally use this to create the life that you absolutely love. And I'm a true and firm believer that the universe is matching our energy. And I was talking to a client about that the other day. I said the universe matches our energy. So if you're wanting, like for me, I was wanting this business, but I wasn't really putting forth as much effort as I could have been. And what I mean by that is I never created an office space for myself. I never wanted to put too much money into my business, because I was like, oh, I don't have the money. But then when I got rid of that limiting belief, that was just a limiting belief of, well, if you spend this money and then it doesn't work out, then you've wasted it. And that's so silly. You're not wasting money if you're investing in yourself. And we should not have these limiting beliefs that we don't deserve to have money spent on ourselves. Yes, sometimes we have to watch what we're spending, but some of us, and I was one of these people, had this limiting belief that I shouldn't spend too much money on myself. And that's just silly, and especially if I'm investing in my future, which I am. So once I started doing that, everything started shifting. And I truly believe that that's what's happening right now, is we're being asked to let go of things, either thoughts about ourselves, thoughts about money, thoughts about love. We're being asked to let go of all of that, and instead to adopt new ideas about ourselves, that we're worthy, that we're capable, that we're lovable, that we deserve the best, because we do. And when we match the energy, because that's the energy that the universe holds, is I want to bring you these amazing things because you're worthy, you're deserving, you're loving, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. That's how the universe feels about us. And when we finally get into alignment and go, oh yeah, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I'm lovable, we're matching the energy of the universe, and the universe says, here you go. Here are the keys to the kingdom because you did all of the work. And it sounds simple and easy, but I've been where you are, and I know that it's not always easy to get there. So we're going to talk about today how you can do that, how you can raise your vibration so that you are an energetic match for what the universe wants to bring you. So, first of all, what we're going through right now, we just had the new moon, and we had the Ring of Fire solar eclipse, and that was on June 20th. This combination presented a huge opportunity to call forth a positive timeline and to create a trajectory shift in our timeline. The solstice dates way back to the time of our ancestors, and it's been a time that's been celebrated. It's the passage of time, it's embracing change, it's honoring what has been and what lies ahead. When we do that, we become fully present. And now we can reset our energy, realign with the highest divine timeline, and we can attract the highest divine possibilities. And we can do that by tapping in to this energetic field, this high vibration. So in doing that, how do we tune into these energies? We need to make sure that we're continuing to be present in our lives. Because when we're being present, we're not focused on the past, which brings up resentment and all of those ugly feelings. And we're not focusing on the future, which usually brings us anxiety and worry because we start worrying about all of the things that we don't even know about yet. So it's really important to be present. Also, it's important to make sure we're keeping our heart open. So some of us, and I was one of the people when I say some of us, I mean me, but some of you also need to work on opening your heart chakra and opening that heart space. Because when we get hurt, every time we get hurt, we put a little bit more armor around our hearts. And we kind of have to chisel away at that, because if we don't let anybody in, then we're not going to experience amazing things. So I'm going to tell you how to raise your vibration, but if you specifically need to open that heart space, you can go to my YouTube channel. There is a meditation there for heart chakra healing. Go and do that meditation. I would do it more than one time. You can also find on YouTube, if you do a search, there are heart chakra healing, like there's music, those frequencies that you can listen to, the angelic frequencies. There's music that they have that works on the heart chakra specifically. So you can listen to that too. And that music, like just listen to it while you're cleaning or while you're doing another chore, because it will help you. Also, it is important to make sure that you are breathing when you need to. That sounds so dumb, like, hello, yes, I breathe all the time. But that's not what I mean. I mean doing the breath work. Like when you feel stressed, you feel anxious, stop, close your eyes, take in a few deep breaths, and come back to center. Ground yourself. So go outside barefoot. I can't even tell you. I remember thinking about when I was a kid, I never had shoes on. Like never. If I was outside, even though I remember walking on rocks and things and it hurting my feet, I didn't care. Like my feet were black when I came in at night because I loved being outside on like the blacktop and in the grass and in the dirt. It did not bother me. I loved it. And I would like collect leaves and sticks and rocks, and like that was absolutely just the best when I was a kid. And, we think about why were we so happy just barefoot picking up leaves and sticks and rocks? It's because we are connecting to Mother Earth. And that really is our true happiness, especially if you're an empath, because I believe that empaths always have a special connection to animals, to children, to Mother Earth. So those are the things that make us happy, is being around, especially I think being in nature and just grounding ourselves. So it's important to do that. And also make sure that you center yourself in love, peace, and joy. So I'm going to now talk to you about some other ways that you can raise your vibration so that you can take advantage of this amazing and exciting time right now to really tap into all of the things you want to manifest. The first thing you need to do, and this is so easy, but it can be done anywhere, and I talk about this all the time, is state out loud one thing that you're grateful for, okay? And it can be something as simple as, hey, God, I'm so happy it's Monday and I didn't kill anyone and I got through traffic without, going nuts because somebody was driving stupidly. Like, I made it home, I'm safe, I'm happy, I'm good, thank you. We've heard that you have to fake it till you make it sometimes. Sometimes you really do. Sometimes you have a bad day and you're like, oh my gosh, this needs to stop. But the fact is, we have the ability to turn that around at any moment. I think sometimes that's a test for us when everything starts going wrong and we're like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? It's happening because the universe is like, does she realize or does he realize that at any moment they can stop this? Like a train, like you could be like Superman and stick your hand out and stop the train. But you can. You are that powerful. It's all about changing your mindset. So when that kind of stuff starts to happen, just shout out loud one thing you're grateful for. And I do this every day. I say at least 5 things that I'm grateful for every day and try to change it up, Just letting the universe know how grateful you are for things, gratitude, really raises the vibration. And it kind of shows the universe, hey, I'm ready for more of this good stuff. Also, dancing is a great way to raise your vibration. And you can do this if you don't feel like you're a good dancer and you feel self-conscious. I get that. When I was younger, I did not like to dance in public. And I thought I was a terrible dancer and I wouldn't do it. And then as I got older, I was like, who cares? It's fun. I like doing this. So I don't care if people think I can't dance. I'm just going to dance anyway because it's a lot of fun and you actually burn some calories doing that. So just go home and turn on some amazing music, something you love, and just go crazy, dance. It'll make your vibration go up. Also, it's important that you eat more veggies. And I know that some people are going to be like, what? No, I don't like this. I get it. Okay, I actually love vegetables. So I say I get it, but I don't really get it because I love vegetables, but I know that there are people who don't. But there are a lot of green smoothies you can make out there, and I swear to you, it really doesn't taste like you're eating vegetables because you put apples and honey and different things in there and you can flavor it so that it tastes better, but it still has all the good green stuff in there for you. Another thing you can do, I say this all the time, but it's true, is take an Epsom salt bath. And you guys, I have this routine. I'm sort of a nerd, but I like to light candles around my bathtub. I like to play music. So sometimes those angelic tones or soft music that I really like. I turn the lights out. Sometimes I have bubbles. Sometimes I just have the Epsom salt and I have essential oils and I really just relax. I make it an experience. It's like a spa experience for myself. And men, don't think you can't do this too, and don't let anyone tease you and say you can't. Okay, you guys deserve to be pampered too, and there's nothing sissy about that, trust me. It's just grounding that energy. So, you can take a bath as well. So the other thing you can do, of course, is to do a meditation. There are a lot of quick, free meditations out there, and I have some on my YouTube channel. Grounding, again, I talked about that earlier. So kick off your shoes, go walk on the grass, hug a tree, just sit outside. Sometimes what I do is I like to sit outside in the morning and have my coffee on my patio. And then I just look at the trees, and our neighbor has a bird bath. And so all of these beautiful birds will gather at this bird bath. And we have deer in our neighborhood. So it's really nice to sit outside. Remember, too, that it's perfectly okay to say no to people when you don't feel like doing something because that drains your energy, which lowers your vibration. Also, sometimes we have to take a break from technology. So get off of social media sometimes. It's important. You don't have to do it for the whole day, but maybe just a few hours or like an hour. Just say from this time to this time, I'm not going to be on my phone. And you'd be amazed at how much we really are on our phones, because I left my phone somewhere one time and I didn't even think about it because I was with friends and we were having such a great time. And then I went and I found my phone, and I mean, people were blowing up my phone like, "What's wrong with you? You didn't answer. Are you okay?" And I just responded back, I wasn't near my phone. And it was like people couldn't believe that I wasn't near my phone. But that says something to me about maybe I'm on it too much, so time to take a break. Or it could even just be time to go through and clean up your social media. Are there people whose feeds are negative that you don't need to see? Just unfollow them. You don't have to unfriend them, but by unfollowing them, you're not seeing their feed every day and you're not getting that negativity. Try something new that's creative and artistic, because for many of us, we are always in the left side of our brain. So by doing something creative, you are using the right side of your brain, which is different than what you're constantly doing. So try drawing or painting. They even have those adult coloring books. And honestly, my daughter, her therapist recommended one and she loved it. So if you liked coloring as a kid, now they make adult coloring books and you can color really cool things. I think they have ones that have mandalas on the coloring books, so go check that out. Amazon carries them, I know. Also, breathe deeply, because the more oxygen you get, the more alive you will feel. Read a book that's really high vibe, that gives you a lot of great ideas. There's so many good authors out there who make you feel inspired and pumped. So read something that's going to be inspiring to you. Complimenting a stranger. Believe it or not, even though I know some of you will say, well, that gives me anxiety because I don't like talking to people. But you don't have to say much. You can just smile, and then sometimes just saying, "Oh, I like your shirt," or, "That color looks great on you." Believe it or not, this actually does work. I remember when I worked at my old school, there was one teacher and I, every day, we'd always compliment each other. And we always, smiled afterwards. And she had a student with her one day and she said, "We always say nice things to each other." But it was something I look forward to. And it did brighten my day whenever she said something nice. And then I would say something nice back. And it was kind of a nice exchange. So you never know, too, that by being kind to someone, you might be making their day. I think water is also very healing. So if you're near the ocean and you can get in the ocean, do that. But even just in a swimming pool, honestly, water feels so healing. The other day, my friend has a pool. I swam over there and I just floated. They even have those float deprivation tanks. I don't know if they're open right now, but that's something I've always wanted to try. I think it would be so super relaxing. But just floating is amazing. It does wonders. Water is so healing. Hugs are healing. So hug somebody that you love. I know we're supposed to be social distancing still, but if you're around the same people and just hug them, it'll make you feel better. Look and notice all of the beautiful things around you. When you look around you and say, "Oh my gosh, that beautiful pink rose that's blooming in my garden is just amazing." Be appreciative of all the beautiful things that you see. Another thing, in the sense tougher because it takes a little work, is to declutter your space. But I've got to tell you that I've been doing that this summer, and especially trying to make my room into an office. It's been very much a healing thing because I'm getting rid of stuff I don't need, creating space. It feels so much better. And I also have found some things I'm like, "Oh, I thought I lost that. That's cool." And then you go through and you find all kinds of memories, as long as it doesn't then detour you. Because I've had that happen too. Like, "Oh, I'm cleaning this out. Oh, I found my old prom pictures. Oh, and then look at this. Look at me in high school. Oh, let me look at my yearbook." And then I get nothing done. So be careful with that. But decluttering does make you feel better. Call on some people who are really high vibe and they make you feel good, and just talk to them. People can make us feel better, and we're very social people by nature. And having to be in quarantine is not normal for us. And so there are probably people out there feeling like they're going crazy because they need to talk to people, they need socializing. And I get that. But you can do that now through Zoom, it's free, and you can do it through like Google Meets or Google Hangouts, whatever. There are a lot of free apps that you can use to get together with your friends. My former work colleagues, and I did that. We had a Zoom meeting in the evening. We all had our favorite beverage. We had a beer and just giggled and laughed and talked about all of the times that we shared when we worked together and what was going on in our lives now. And we were able to vent if we needed to. It was just amazing. It was fun. And I felt really, really good being able to talk to them afterwards. So try doing that. And then also affirmations. Those are so important. Find affirmations that help kind of keep your thoughts in check. So if you need affirmations about money, do that. I always say this to myself. I say, money serves my highest good. Money is just energy. The more money I have, the more people I can help. Money comes to me from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Money's in my mailbox. Money's in my inbox. Money serves my highest good. And you should never feel bad about wanting money because it's not evil. It's just that you are wanting to have a life where you don't have to worry about things. And who doesn't want that? So a lot of us struggle with the whole money thing. Make sure that you're talking to yourself positively about money, because honestly, we can manifest negative money stories and bring in debt and all of those things, or we can talk to ourselves positively about money, and money can just show up for us in amazing ways. Same thing with love, okay? First of all, if you really want love, it starts with self-love. So you've got to love yourself. So start finding affirmations that really speak to yourself highly. How you speak to yourself is important. And for so long, far too long, many of us have been talked to in horrible ways. And we can correct that. We can fix it. We can talk to ourselves in a positive way. So find affirmations like, you are beautiful, you are intelligent, I can do anything I set my mind to, I have everything I need right now. Just look up mantras for self-confidence. And then same thing goes if you're looking for mantras about success. There's so many different mantras out there. You can find the ones you need, make use of them. Because if you start raising your vibration, you start really getting into alignment. Because what's happening when you have those negative thoughts is you're not in alignment. You're not in alignment when you're trash talking yourself. You're not. Okay? Because you are a creation from the divine. You are filled with divine light and love. And when you trash talk yourself, you're basically trash talking God. So you need to stop it. Because obviously you would never trash talk God. But that's what you're doing when you trash talk yourself, because you've forgotten who you are and whose you are. And you need to get back to that space where you realize that you deserve all the good things, all the good things. There's nothing that you don't deserve, that's good. You can have all of it, and the universe wants you to have all of it. What's stopping you is you. So it's time to let go of those limiting beliefs, those thoughts that aren't serving you, and it's time to start adopting positive thoughts, positive affirmations, and to adopt them so much that you would never let another one of those negative thoughts come in. And how we do that is by being very present with our thoughts. And when something negative comes in, we say, rewind, delete. That is not true. That's a lie. And we replace that negative thought. And don't just replace it with one. If you say to yourself, I'm so stupid, replace that now with 4 positive things. I'm intelligent, I'm creative, I'm talented, I am deeply loved. Because that is what retrains your brain. Not only do you need to get rid of the negative, you've got to think of more positive, because your brain is programmed naturally to focus on the negative, but it can be retrained. There's a whole science about retraining the brain. It's neuroplasticity, and you can do it. You can make new neural pathways in your brain throughout your whole life. There is the ability to do that, but it takes practice, and you have to know what you're doing, and that is recognizing the negative thoughts, banishing them, and replacing them with positive. All right, guys, so if you start doing those things, you will start seeing all of those wonderful things that you hope to manifest coming through. So I don't know about you, but I know what I'm going to start doing. Well, I wanted to pull a card for you today. So today I chose my deck, Divine Whispers, and the card I pulled is Finances Don't Need to Create Fear. This is an area where we absolutely allow fear to come in and we feel like we don't have control. And the truth is we still absolutely have control here. So the card says, are you allowing a bad relationship with money to affect your finances? Money is just energy, but somewhere along the way, we created stories about money that keep us stuck and broke. You can become completely debt-free and attract all of the money you desire. You simply have to change the way you think and feel about money. The universe wants to bring us all that we desire, but we must first be in alignment with that energy. Start by seeing money as something that comes to you easily. Call on your spiritual team if you need help releasing fear surrounding money. And I was talking to a client the other day. You can call on Ganesha to help you releasing blocks to money, and you can also call on Archangel Ariel to help you in releasing blocks to money. You can ask the universe to put you in touch with someone who can help you get your finances in order. That's another thing that we can ask for that so many of us rarely do. You can ask the universe to send you someone who can help you create better finances. So that's another way, is just by asking the universe to put you in alignment with someone who can help you. Here are some money mantras that you can say to yourself every day. I attract money easily and effortlessly. Money comes to me in unexpected ways. The money I spend is multiplied back to me. I make money while I sleep. My bank account is increasing daily. I always have more than enough money. And when you go to pay your bills, thank the universe that you had the money to pay them. Don't feel the dread that normally comes from bill paying, because you're just calling more of that dread in. Instead, shift your energy to that of gratitude that you're always being taken care of. Even if all you have left over is 50 cents or $1 after you've paid your bills, thank the universe that you have money left over and just see what happens. I'm not kidding. Start doing it. See what happens. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for being here with me today. As always, please subscribe to this podcast. Please leave a positive review from wherever you're listening. You can leave me some stars on iTunes. That helps others find me. And please feel free to share this podcast with your family and friends or anyone you think it might help. I truly appreciate all of you who have already done that. And thank you for doing that. Also, if you want to work with me, you can go to melissaoatman.com. There you will find a list of services I offer. I offer Reiki, past life regression, one-on-one coaching, and readings. And I also have my prices and a description of the service. You can book directly from my website, or I should say, you can purchase from my website. But to schedule your session, you will need to contact me. It doesn't matter how you contact me. All of my contact information is in the description of this podcast. When you contact me, we will schedule you, and that way you can get the best time for you. All of my sessions are done through Zoom, so it's all online, and I am in the Central Time Zone. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. I go live on Facebook Mondays at 6:30 Central, where I do a free card reading for you. If you're there for the live, I will pull a card specifically for you. I also post videos to Instagram and IGTV. You can still purchase my book, Beautifully Broken, from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Goodreads. I have to re-record the audiobook for Amazon. They were not happy with the other one that I sent in, so I will be working on that. But you can purchase an audiobook from my website right now because I do have it there. I want to thank you guys so much for always being here with me. I am sending you so much love and light. Please know that you can have a life you absolutely love. It just takes changing your mindset and do it, one little step at a time. You will see huge shifts when you start doing that. I am sending you so much love and light. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.